Hello YouTube, welcome back to another movie review. This isn't a build up to Godzilla video, it's actually a modern movie review that I'll be doing. And it's a movie that Quentin Tarantino himself said was the best movie of 2013. And if you know what that movie is, then you'll know that I'm reviewing Big Bad Wolves. I didn't see this until I got it on Blu-Ray, which was the day it came out. And even then, I didn't watch till yet last night. I think it came out on Tuesday, but I'm not 100% sure about that. It just seems like that would have been the day it came out. But anyways, back to Big Bad Wolves itself, the movie. What they got to say about this movie is that the plot of the movie itself was not what I was expecting it to be. I thought it was about, let me read the plot on the back for you. It says, a series of brutal murders puts the lives of three men in on a collision course. The father of the latest victim, now out for revenge, a vigilant police detective operating outside the boundaries of the law, and the main suspect in the killings, a religious studies teacher arrested and released due to a police blunder. Now, I thought that maybe those three were the ones going out to catch the killers, but that's not the plot of it. So that kind of threw me for a loop, if you will. The plot is actually the teacher is the one that everyone thinks is the one who. This is what happens in the movie. Let me explain this first. The plot is at the very beginning. There's these kids that are playing hide and go seek. The one girl goes missing, and the cop gets these guys and these three guys, and they beat up the person they think is the suspect. Now, I thought that these three guys here were supposed to be those three guys who were beating up the suspect, and then and those three guys were the ones who might have committed the crime and stuff like that. I thought that was the plot, but then it wasn't, and that's not a bad thing. That's just what I was expecting. But anyways, back to the movie itself. And then their police chief says, "Hey, you can't do that. You have to let him go." The guy doesn't press charge or anything like that, even though I would have personally. But I mean, they brutally beat this guy up. And he's stuck. Everyone believes that the guy who was getting the crap beat out of him was the guy who raped and murdered this girl. And it's not like some high school or adult girl. No, I mean, if it's an adult, then she's a woman at that point. I mean, it's not good either way, but it's just this 8-year-old girl, which really makes it more personal, I think. Makes it darker that they have him target someone that was that young, and he doesn't just kill her and rape her. She doesn't have a head anymore, and you see that. You don't see him cutting off the head, but you see that he doesn't. You see a body without a head, and that's it's a very screwed up scene when they show that. That's not really any spoiler territory. That's what gets the movie going. And then the father, I think is this guy, of the little girl, then goes after the person who he thinks is the killer, and so does the police detective. And they both wind up torturing him to get information. That's the plot of the movie, and it's really well done. It's very Shakespearean. It's not a horror film. It's not a torture porn film, as most people identify something like this as. It's not that at all. It's just a very well done thriller film, and I can see why Tarantino would like this so much. It's very reminiscent of what he would do. Very Shakespearean, like I said. And the acting's all really well done. The directing's well done. There's a lot of slow motion in the movie to be artistic, but it's not like Only God Forgives, where it's boring and you kind of just want to bash your head against the wall. Well, at least I did when I saw that anyway. It still has really well done dialogue. Oh, excuse me. Wow. It's really well done dialogue, really well done acting. Some of the violence is brutal. There's not blood splattering or anything like that all over the place. It's just brutal violence that kind of gets you to cringe. There is a couple blood splatters here and there, but other than that, it's not much. But I will give this movie props. The ending was phenomenal. I mean, I saw the twist coming from a mile away, and if you see a movie like this often, movies like these often, you'll probably guess the ending as well. But when they actually handled the final ending, I was like, if people weren't sleeping when I was watching this, I would have applauded this film. This movie, that ending was wonderful. This is not the type of movie you want to watch on a date, though. Definitely don't, unless she likes these types of movies, or he. But other than that, it's definitely a movie I'd watch again, but not by myself. I'd want to show friends this, similar to Wolf of Wall Street. While I would watch Wolf of Wall Street again, that was definitely the best movie that I saw last year. I think it's better than this. Not saying anything against this, I just liked Wolf of Wall Street more. Even though Pacific Rim was my favorite movie of last year, Wolf of Wall Street I still think was definitely the best film of 2013. This movie, I can see why Tarantino said it was the best. It is a really, really good film, and it's an Israeli film, so it's obviously not in English, it's in Hebrew, and if you don't like reading subtitles, you're probably not going to like this. This isn't the movie that's going to like redefine movies that you have to read subtitles for. If people don't like reading subtitles, they're not going to find, it's hard to find a movie for them to like find that movie that they want to watch subtitles in. And I didn't watch it dubbed over, so I'm not sure how the dub sounds, because I don't like watching movies dubbed over. But overall, this movie is a really well done experience. It looks great on Blu-ray. The special features I didn't watch. There's only 3 of them on here. There's Making of Big Bad Wolves, AXS TV, A Look at Big Bad Wolves, and the theatrical trailer. I didn't watch any of them. Excuse me again. I am so sorry about that. Didn't watch any of the bonus features. This is just strictly for the movie itself. And there's not much features on here anyway. So definitely check this out. Blu-ray is definitely worth it. It's not much more pricier than, the DVD. Just a couple bucks more. I mean, if you only have a DVD player, obviously just get it on DVD. But I would recommend picking this up on Blu-ray. Anyways, that is my review for Big Bad Wolves. I give it a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. The only reason I don't give it 5 is because there is a little something missing. There are the little weird artistic moments I thought drew me away from the film as opposed to bring me in. But still, it's not enough for me to say, hey, this is a crappy film. No, it's a really, really, really great film. I recommend it to almost anybody. It's not a horror film. This is one of those films that I can safely say is strictly a thriller, even though if this was on DVD, it'd be put in my horror collection because it would fit the bill enough. But it's still a fantastic film. If you're a fan of horror, you'd like it anyway. This is definitely one I can recommend picking up at full price. Anyways, that is my review for Big Bad Wolves. Check it out, and I'll see you later.